Cody here from Movie Losers, back with another review. This time, we checked out, did you hear my voice? It echoed. Avengers Endgame. So, it's a highly anticipated movie.
Maybe the biggest of the year.
Ending a 22-movie saga of the last 11 years now. So if you're not familiar with it at this point, well, we're not going to spoil anything, so I guess you can be watching this and not know anything about it, but...
Absolutely.
We're not going to reveal anything about it. It's going to be a short, 3-minute synopsis video, our general thoughts.
Very brief.
And we'll do a spoiler video on Monday, probably.
Yep. Awesome.
So,
yeah.
Can you go ahead and summarize the plot of Avengers Endgame?
Yeah, without spoiling it, of course, Avengers Endgame is like a direct sequel to Avengers Infinity War, in which Thanos collected all the Infinity Stones and snapped his fingers, and half of the population of the universe, including many of our heroes, disappeared. A very devastating moment for us as comic book fans, crying.
No!
But this movie takes
Spoiler
place
from
immediately.
that movie.
Yeah, well, it's been a year. If you're going to go see this movie and you haven't seen the last one, you're fucking up. But, nevertheless, this movie takes place, and it's essentially our heroes, our main Avengers, trying to find a way to possibly defeat Thanos in some way, maybe even bring some of our heroes back. And there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, Cody. You have been talking about this movie for a year on the Comic Loser podcast, but
right.
I felt like there was still a lot of surprises in this movie. A lot of the monsters that we thought were going to happen in the storylines, some of them happened. But man, there was a lot of times where I was surprised, and I felt like this movie was an absolute emotional roller coaster for a lot of it.
For sure, tired of holding that piece of shit. Get that piece of fucking crap out of here.
Man, spent $20 on that.
Yeah, it was a lot. Those are from Regal. We went to the Regal premiere showing on the IMAX screen. So if you can see it in IMAX, again, this was shot back-to-back with Infinity War, so the aspect ratio, you're missing like 25% of the screen if you don't see it in IMAX. Right. Even though tonight, in like an hour, we're going to see it in regular...
For the second
common XD.
We're going to be the common folks and peasants.
The common folks, the peasants. They're trash. They're human trash.
Terrible.
Anyway, so this was definitely the emotional climax you want if you're a fan, even passively, of just some of the MC movies. You're going to feel closure here. If you're a ultra fan, seen every movie, love. Honestly, they reference some of the movies I have only seen like maybe once or twice, and I was like, I almost feel like I appreciate those movies more now. But I equate this to Deathly Hallows Part 2, Return of the King, just ultra satisfying Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Ultra satisfying conclusions to certain stories. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, when you get that closure, it just feels so good. And I'd say that there's, tons of theories about, are they going to get the stones? Are they going to snap and snippity, blappity, bleepity, blop, do this and that? A million different ways you could go. And we ourselves talked about them, as you kind of touched on. I was surprised the route they took. This is an intricate story. And I feel like you could maybe pick it apart if you were just kind of an asshole and wanting to
Right.
Like at this point, this movie can only exist because of the other movies that came before it, and there's an element of maybe science fiction, if you want to say, just to be vague, but it to me, I was on the edge of my seat the whole 3 hours. Make sure you don't drink a lot of liquid beforehand, because honestly, every frame,
so important,
every line of dialogue, it did feel important, and it was very heartfelt. Mostly the first act, you get that kind of slow burn of the heroes dealing with the consequences of the last movie, but then there are a lot of jokes and heroes shine that maybe haven't gotten the spotlight before, and the heroes you love, the moments you want, that you absolutely need to have this work as a film, I feel like they're in there.
Absolutely. This movie's getting a little criticism for, like you said, the first act of it is a little slow, but I really did enjoy it because of the devastation we saw in Infinity War. I kind of wanted to see our heroes attempt to try to pick up the pieces and see kind of what the world was like post-Infinity War, so I was a fan of that.
Like it is now.
Yeah, but then this movie,
kind of shitty.
It like a snap of our fingers, it picks up like that. It goes from 0 to 100. And truly, if you are just a comic book fan, this is just an amazing experience. This is a thank you from Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, the Russos, and the cast to Marvel fans, saying thank you for 11 years, 22 movies, and giving us your time and enjoying storytelling.
Russo brothers, they do it again. They probably top themselves.
Yes.
The same writers that they've worked with on the previous, since, I think, Winter Soldier.
Right.
Whose names I forget.
Well, maybe we'll mention them in spoiler review.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't forget them. They're going to be mentioned there. We don't want to spoil who wrote this.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
let's spoil the Endgame, folks.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's score this bad boy, because again, we can't talk about much here.
Yeah. For me, this is a perfect 5 out of 5. This is a terrific film. 6 out of 6 Infinity Stones, if you will. But,
yeah.
But fantastic film. If you're a comic book fan, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll get jacked up, you'll have every single emotion known to man, and you'll walk out questioning everything about yourself. But this movie it answers a lot of questions that we had, but also probes new questions for the future of Marvel.
You just use probe in our review?
You mean to probe you?
All right, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 5 as well. And it's a damn good movie.
Yeah.
Damn it, I can't wait to see it again an hour from now. So
exactly. Go see it as quickly as you can. Avoid spoilers as well.
It. People are dicks out there spoiling it. Even on, I had a friend who got spoiled on the movie on, a sports comment section. So
yeah.
See it as soon as you can.
As soon as you can, yeah. And in the biggest screen as possible if you can.
Yeah, for sure. Bye.
Bye.